tank mates, Westwood Divine Aquariums, coming at you with a Fluval CO2 Kit update. My likes and dislikes about this. For the most part, I don't have a lot of complaints about it. It's a nice beginner's kit. It's a nice kit for a 5-gallon and below. The only thing I don't like about it is the price for these refills. This refill is $23.99. I can't afford that because this only lasted in my tank for 3 weeks. That's it, 3 weeks, and that's one bubble per 2.5 seconds. I could probably get another week. I would probably get 4 weeks out of it if I did one per 4, but that's going to take forever to. By the time I get my level stable, I'm going to go through about 4 or 5 of these. So that's my only complaint about this. It's a nice beginner's kit, or it's a nice kit for their Fluval spec, 2.5 or 5 gallon. But other than that, or it's a good beginner's kit. So I'm gonna save you some money here. Again, $23.99 on Amazon. So what I did was I went to one of my local sporting goods stores. It's a nationwide chain. You can probably figure it out. And I just bought a CO2 tank. That was it. This tank was $29.99. Or if you want to go on Amazon, I think it's $21.99. So if you can wait the 2 days if you have Prime, or if you're just starting out, just buy this 20-ounce tank. I'll tell you the reason why. $5 to fill this. That was it. So it's not, the Fluval regulator is not going to actually fit on this tank. You have to buy this adapter. And the adapter is made by Hydro Aquatics, and the part number is, let's see, there we go. It's CO2 paintball CGA 320 adapter. So looking at the price, $30, $15 on Amazon. That's $45. $5 to fill it, $50. 2 of these is basically going to cost me $50. Fill this up twice. I made my money back, and then it's nothing but pure profit after that. So this is the easiest way if you want to go to this, or you just want to buy a semi-automatic or a fully automatic. I think my next kit is going to be a fully automatic opposed to this. This will just work. I don't like throwing away money for no reason, so I'm just going to use this at my tank at work. It was very easy to do, though. You will need Teflon tape to help seal this. And what most people will recommend, any plumber, anyone who's dealing with any type of piping, is when you use your Teflon tape, you actually go counterclockwise. You put it on counterclockwise. That way, when you put the adapter on and then the regulator on, it's going to get a nice seal and it's going to hold in there. So you can do it both the same ways. You may have a little bit of issue with leaking, but if you put it on counterclockwise, it's going to be a whole lot easier. I would have showed you how to do this, except I got happy trigger fingers. I did record a video doing this, but I deleted it. So here I am now. Here's the finished product. So again, $30, $15, $45, $5 a fill it, $50. 2 of these will cost you $50. Again, this only lasted me 3 weeks. With this being 20 ounces, this should actually last me maybe 3 to 6 months, depending on how many bubbles per second. You know, the Fluval kit, don't get me wrong, it's a great beginner's kit. It gets your feet into the water, is basically what it does. But there are better kits out there, let's just be honest. The fully automatic kits, they are what they are. You set it and forget it. That's all you got to do. But, I mean, it's still a nice kit. It's just the price of these is just ridiculous. It's not, I don't know. That's the free market for you. Again, $23.99, or you can go to Dick's Sporting Goods, buy 290 grams for $15. This costs more because it says plant on it. It says aquarium. We all know how this business is. So this will save you money. 2 fill-ups. I don't know how long it's going to last. That'll be my update to the update. Save you money right here. The other thing I did when you buy these kits, even when you buy these small little kits and you're just using the little cartridge here, you need some type of indicator. I'm not psychic. I don't know what my fish are going through, but you know, CO2 isn't toxic, but it does suck out all the oxygen. So you just got to remember that. So you don't know what your levels are, if they're too high or too low or just right. Something like this will actually help you. And this is actually very simple. I shot another video. I'm going to tag on to the end of this one. But it's very simple. You'll take, well, let me use the picture here. This little triangle, oops, come over here. There we go. This little triangle piece will pop off. There's a little line about right there. Actually, it's about right there. You'll fill that up. It's about 1 mil. You know how much 1 mil is. You'll fill it up with the solution, put it on, and then the water comes up through here, and it'll change colors. If it is too much, it'll turn yellow. Too little is blue. It'll turn green when you have the right CO2 levels. So something like this you need. There's a whole bunch of them out there. I just bought this because it was a great price through Chewy. I love Chewy. I throw business at them any way I can because they're awesome. Just some of the things that they do, and I just love Chewy. So get them my dog food and as much fish stuff from them as possible. So again, let's go to my work and let's go ahead and install this. So if you're going to be using CO2, you should be using some type of indicator. For right now, I just went with the Fluval. I'm going to try it out. So let's open this thing up, see what's inside. You know, pull the cap out, fill to that little itty bitty line right there, and now we'll reattach it. So I'll put it on the far side, on the opposite side of my end of my CO2. So it doesn't tell you how long it needs to start. So I'll come back in about 30 minutes to see if the color has changed. All right, here's a general overview. There's the bubble counter. Right there you can see I had to screw it to a little plastic screw to hold it on there. I'll show you the reason why I did that. I'd first turn the tank on, so in the beginning you're going to get some big bubbles. So keep that in mind. Once it settles down, you'll get the micro bubbles there. And on the other side is a CO2 indicator. Again, Fluval says it could take up to 10 days, which doesn't make sense to me because they recommend you replace it every 14 days. So, here's just a general overview of the tank. And there's my finger. So there's my discus. That's my one buddy right there. And now the bubbles, the micro bubbles are starting to form, coming back around. As soon as I focus in. I still got some big bubbles, but the micro bubbles will come as you see later in. And there's my tank, about 800 psi, where it should be. And when you look at the top of the sea clear tank, you can see there's no place for me to put it, so that's why I attached it to the light. The reason why I put the diffuser on this side is because it's where my outtake is, so you can see how it's just blowing all those micro bubbles all over the tank. So it's not just in one general area. As you can see where my finger is pointing everything out, it's blowing all those little bubbles all over the place, so it's going to spread out the CO2 through the tank a lot better than what I can. And there's the outtake. In the sea clear, it's an L shape. There's about 15 to 20 of those holes that just blow those bubbles all over the place. So I thought it was better to put it right there. That way more of the jets can actually push it off instead of putting it right beside just one Not all of them, but the good portion of them is going to push all those bubbles around. And finally, here are some still shots of everything. Look at small micro bubbles. That's what you want. There's the tank set up. And there's my hornwort. That's where it's on that side. The babies, my fry love to hide in there, so that's why I keep that there. Hornwort grows very fast. Again, there's a diffuser nearly at the bottom. There's one of my fry right there. And going back up to the top, that's what it looks like when I turn the pump off. Turn the pump off to give the fish a chance to eat. There's the bubble counter. And here's the left side of the tank. There's the right side of the tank. And there's the general overview. So as usual, thanks for watching.